Hi everyone, Vegas from Critic here. Jeffrey K. Howard here to review the comedy Long Shot, starring Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron, Andy Serkis, Bob Odenkirk, Randall Park, and a cast of very, very funny people. Seth Rogen plays Fred Flarsky, who's a gonzo journalist, and he gets his job done. He's got a reputation for getting really gritty stories, infiltrating the Klan, infiltrating neo-Nazis, very, very outspoken about the environment and everything. He's a very left-wing, kind of crazy, radical guy. And Charlize Theron plays Charlotte Field, who's the Secretary of State, who has her eye on being president of the United States. And her boss, the president, played by Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul, is kind of a twit. You know, he was a former TV star, a movie star who wants to be a TV star. So he's not looking at the presidency anymore. So Charlize Theron's character has a lot riding on this new election coming up, but she bumps into Fred Flarsky at a party and she needs a new speechwriter. So their backstory is she used to babysit him when he was 12 years old, and he fell in love with her ever since. So as the movie goes along, she's Secretary of State. She doesn't get the date. She has no private life whatsoever. Every now and then she bumps with a world leader. Alexander Skarsgard plays the Canadian Prime Minister. So she's very lonely. Now, Seth Rogen knows what she used to be like. He doesn't want to compromise. So when he goes to work for her, he's like, look, we need truth. We need honesty. You got to stick to these principles that I know what you're all about. And of course, so there's bumps in the road about, making policy and sticking to the word, but also they end up falling in love. And now what's really funny is, Charlize Theron, she can do it all. She can do action in Mad Max. She can do, Atomic Blonde. And also she is really great in comedic timing. She's very funny. And Trial and Error, remember that with, what's his name from Seinfeld? She was really good, with just really good comic timing. But she's also glamorous. So when you're watching her on screen, she is not only stunning to look at, not only she command like the screen, like every scene she's in, she can turn around and be goofy and be funny and it just really make you laugh like you've never laughed before. Seth Rogen, it goes without saying that he just makes me laugh every time I see him. His voice, his demeanor.
Ah! Jesus!
Oh, why would you just barge in here while I'm sleeping?
You were sleeping?
Yes, I was micro-napping.
Oh, that's what you call that?
Yes.
And while watching the movie, I could swear that a lot of the scenes, it seems like it's improvised. Meaning it's like, kind of like take Curb Your Enthusiasm, where they have a scene, right? And said, look, as long as you mention these points, just go for it. So sometimes when they're going back and forth, especially with O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's kid, he plays his best friend in the movie.
I'm so appreciative of all you guys' hard work. I love every single one of you, except you, Tad. Bagel Friday is for everybody, Tad. You don't think we know you taking the bagels?
Yeah, Ted, not cool.
So when they have their scenes together, it seems like they're just kind of riffing on each other while making the plot points for the scene, but it seems like they're just freestyling, and it's hysterical. I want to know how many times they've improv in those scenes because some of the lines were really funny. Overall, this movie, I have not laughed like this, and I don't know how long. And when I mean laugh, I mean every few minutes, I have tears in my eyes. It's raunchy, yeah, I'll give you that. But it just seems that I have not laughed like this in a long time. So I was dying through this whole movie. It's like one of the best times I've had in a movie in a long, long time. And just some of the outrageous things. We have Seth Rogen is very filthy. Just look at some of his films. So there's some scenes in this movie I can't mention. This is a family channel, but I was like embarrassed, but it was embarrassingly funny. And also, there's a scene where he gets her to take Molly, and being here in Vegas and EDC and an old raver myself, to see it accurately portrayed on the big screen, so I understand, not that I take Molly, but to see her all of a sudden have a international incident and she's rolling out of her mind and she's got to do a hostage negotiation, I'm telling you, I still laugh thinking about it.
Good?
I don't feel anything.
You don't feel it?
I want more.
So Long Shot is just hysterical. It really is. But if you have delicate sensibilities, it's rated R, it's filthy. But you know what? The chemistry, the schloob chunky guy is going to get the beautiful Secretary of State, the prom queen. So it's one of those old stories, of the Princess and the Frog. But it's just not believable. So it's a total fairy tale, love triumphs all and all of that, right? But just have a good time with it, And congratulations, Seth Rogen, if you got, gets to kiss Charlize Theron. I'm jealous, I really am. So Long Shot, one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long time. I can't believe I'm giving it an A. If I'm doing my top 10 list, this is going to be what I call my guilty pleasure. It's going to make my top 10 list because it was so funny. I know I'm building it up, but I really feel that way. It's hysterical. All right, for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website, vegasfilmcritic.com. Check me out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I think I got all of them. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you give me a comment below. What did you think of Long Shot? I'd love to know what you thought of it. Did you think it was funny as I thought it was funny? Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also share. Wait a minute, that's thumbs up. Share, subscribe. You'll figure it out. Just go over to YouTube and do it for me. I'm Jeffrey Howard in Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.